The loudest man in the room is almost always the weakest. He talks to fill the silence, because the silence frightens him. But the dangerous man, the one you can't read, can't rattle, can't control, he says less. The Stoics knew a secret the modern world has forgotten: silence is a weapon, and by the end of this, you'll know how to wield it. Watch how most men talk. They explain themselves to people who already decided. They argue with fools. They announce every plan before it's built. They answer every insult, defend every opinion, fill every pause, and they think this makes them strong. It makes them readable. It makes them cheap. Every unnecessary word is a piece of yourself handed away for free. You reveal your plans, and now they can be stopped. You reveal your anger, and now it can be used. You reveal your need to be understood, and now anyone can control you by simply withholding it. The Stoics drew a hard line here too. The fool empties himself in noise. The strong man keeps his own counsel and lets his silence do the cutting. The Stoics trained themselves to speak less than they felt. Zeno, who founded the whole school, put it bluntly: "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth, so we should listen more than we say." And Epictetus, born a slave who became freer than the emperors, gave the rule directly: be silent for the most part, or say only what is necessary and in few words. Read that again. Not be quiet because you have nothing to say. Be quiet because you have mastered the urge to say it. That's the difference. A coward's silence is fear. A strong man's silence is choice. When you stop spending words, they gain weight. The man who speaks rarely is heard completely. The man who never stops talking is background noise, even when he's right. But silence isn't just shutting your mouth. Done wrong, it's just sulking. Done right, it's a discipline with 3 edges. The third one is the one that makes you untouchable. Move 1. Before you speak, ask one question. Does this improve the silence? If your words aren't truer, kinder, or more necessary than saying nothing, say nothing. Most conversation is men filling air to feel less alone. You don't need that anymore. Watch more. Listen more. Let other men reveal themselves while you reveal nothing. In every room there's information flowing. The talker misses it. He's too busy broadcasting. The silent man collects it all. Knowledge is leverage. Silence is how you gather it. Move 2. When you are attacked, insulted, baited, say nothing. The man who insults you wants a reaction. Your anger is the prize. Withhold it. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself, the best revenge is not to be like your enemy. Silence in the face of an attack is not weakness. It is the loudest possible statement: you are not big enough to move me. A man who cannot be provoked cannot be controlled. And nothing unsettles a loud enemy like calm, total silence where he expected a fight. Let them wonder what you're thinking. Let the silence do what your anger never could. Move 3. The one almost no man can stand. Every day, sit in complete silence. No phone, no music, no input, just you. 10 minutes. Most men can't do 2. The silence gets loud. Every avoided thought, every truth you've been drowning out comes up to meet you. That discomfort is the work. The world keeps you noisy on purpose. A noisy man is a distracted man, and a distracted man is easy to sell to, easy to steer, easy to keep weak. Seneca warned, to be everywhere is to be nowhere. The man scattered across 1,000 voices never hears his own. Sit in the silence until you can hear yourself again. That voice, calm, certain, yours, is the only one that was ever going to lead you anywhere. Silence was never about having nothing to say. It's about no longer needing to. Speak only to improve the silence. Answer attacks with stillness. Sit alone and listen. Do this, and you stop leaking yourself into every room. You become quiet, deep, and impossible to read, and a man who can't be read can't be ruled. That's the weapon. The Stoics carried it under empires. You can carry it anywhere. Start tonight. One conversation. Say half of what you were going to. Watch what happens. If this hit something in you, subscribe and become the kind of man who keeps his own counsel. Because there's one thing the silent man has already let go of: the need for anyone's approval at all. And that freedom is the next weapon I'll hand you.